So while the Bronco modular front bumper comes with numerous locations you can mount some of the most awesome lights from NovSight, we're not going to do that. We're going to try to do the most difficult way possible. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
This is 151 Garage. Okay, first off, we're gonna make our own bracket to be able to mount this. We're gonna do it on a different video. That'll take a little bit longer to show you guys the process of how I do it. Now, we'll get into that on Friday's video. But these lights right here, we're gonna basically mount these in a location where there is no place to mount them. It's the hole that's under the front bumper. It's basically just an opening. You see a lot of people make light pods for them and stuff like that, but we like these. They fit perfectly in that spot. It just doesn't have a location or a mounting point for it, so we have to fabricate our own. Now, these lights are the same as these, but they're the 4.5-inch version. These are the 6-inch version. Absolutely love these lights. I mean, I really do. I can't get enough of these. Let's just say this will have more of these lights on them over time. I like these lights. It does have the halo effect to it. Now, in this video, we'll show you the unboxing, what it all comes with, and a quick guide to how it's installed, the wiring wise, both using the factory wiring from NovSight, as well as hooking it up to the aux switches that are in this Bronco. Now, if you guys have a different vehicle, you have to look at your booklet, owner's manual, see what aux switch is what, how to wire it up. This is basically for the Bronco, but it goes for any vehicle out there. Okay, let's head to the video.
All right, so we have some more NovSight lights. These are the 4.5-inch pod lights. Again, these are the halos. They're pretty much this clone of what's on our cowling, just a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and open it up. As always, NovSight knocks it out of the park with their box. Very well packaged, as you can see. If you recall from our video with the ditch lights that we installed, same thing. So we have 2 lights. We have 4 covers, 2 black and 2 amber. You have your spot beam, you have your spread beam. You have your hardware to mount these lights to their brackets and the bracket to wherever on your car. You have a switch, so that way you can go between just the amber or the white or a combo. You have 2 Allen wrenches for the different size bolts that you're going to have. You have a wiring harness installation video that is a QR code. There is no paper instructions in here. There is a help center if you need it to help guide you with the installation. This is how it's installed with all their hardware, their bracket, and this is the way it needs to go. And then of course at the bottom you have everything about the light. You have the weight, the height, the width, the length, the temp, all that. So all that's in here. Let's unbox it all the way, shall we? If you remember, they throw in a lot of stickers. These will get spread out just a little bit later. Nice foam packaging. This stuff is super dense. And look at these beauties. Hopefully the camera can do it justice because these are gorgeous. So we're going to take out the 2 black lenses. Let's set these over here. The 2 amber lenses are right here on the light. So I'm going to remove this piece. Here is all of your wiring and everything that you need. It's very nicely packaged, very good quality. And this isn't light either. This weighs a good pound at least. It's very heavy because there's this box right here and it's solid. So there's that. You have all of your hardware. You have a mounting bracket and a second mounting bracket. We're going to take this out. So here is the light itself. As you can see, the amber lens right here does have the plastic coating, just like the black. These are pretty solid as well. So here's this one. Gives you the side. And that. You also have your mounting holes. Hopefully you can see that right there. That's where your bracket goes. So let's go ahead and lay this out. All right, now that I have everything laid out for you, we're gonna start from here and work our way over this way. Again, with all the goodies, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beautiful stickers, very well made. You have all the hardware to mount these brackets to the side of these lights. This set of hardware here will mount this bracket and this light to wherever you want to on your vehicle, like the bumper per se. This section here is for the switch of the light, which is right here. It does come with its own screws. It comes with double-sided tape, just like the other one that we put in. You have these beautiful lights. Let's pick one up. You have these beautiful, beautiful lights. These are just as well made as the ones on our cowling. They're very good quality. They didn't cheap out. Very impressed with them. You get a whole bunch of zip ties to manage your wiring system that you got over here. So there's that. And here are the lenses in case you wanted to have them black instead of amber. And that's everything in the kit.
Okay, so what we're going to go through right now is the installation of the bracket onto the light itself. Now, as you can tell, there are 2 holes on either side, and there are a hole and a slot on this side. Now, the light does go like this with this tab pointing forward. When you put the bolts together, it is the bolt, then the lock washer, then the flat washer, and that will go right there. Use a provided Allen wrench. Run it down just a little bit. Don't tighten it up too much because you still have to get the other holes lined up. Put them all together. Now what you can do now is run this back just a little bit, and this will actually fit there. You don't have to put this in first. It does go in and out. Unlike the other ones where I actually had to put these in, you can actually fit these in just like that. Now it does have a tab here where it keeps it from turning, which is very convenient. And then obviously on the other side, it's the flat washer, lock washer, and then nut. So we'll go ahead and go over to the other side of the truck, and we are going to put it on the fabricated bracket that I made for this particular vehicle. As we stated in the beginning of this video, we are not using any points that Ford gave us for the Bronco. We're doing something a little bit different. We fabricated our own bracket that hides this light behind the opening, as soon as he gets out of the way, the opening right here. So I'll go ahead and show you just where that bracket is. Okay, what we're using right now is we're using a bracket that I fabricated in place of using any of the other bolts. Now, what that is, just a thick piece of metal I had hanging around. Do not know the gauge. I will get that in the next video, as well as use the bolts that came from the crash bar that is there. I did verify when I turned the wheel, these wheels, it did not rub or get anywhere close to that. So we'll go ahead and put that in. So as you can tell, there's the hole right there. I'll put this all the way through. It drops down right there. Joey, you hold the light for a second. Thank you. Tighten it up. I would not put it too tight, because once you finally get these in, you will go ahead and wire it up, and then you'll go test it and adjust the lights. Okay, so we have the light in, we have the wires already set. Now what I have is I have it running through this portion right here. There is an opening, as you can see the light right there. There's an opening right there for the wire to come through. I have it run up below this, right under this, and let me remove this panel out of the way. The wire runs basically right along this. It is zip tied in two places to keep it away from the latch, as well as all the way through here and back through the back side. Now, with this in place, it's pretty much protected and kept away from anything that might, you know, it won't get too hot. There's a way you can run it this way right here underneath, but the intercooler's right there, and I did not want it to get too hot. That's why I kind of ran it up and along the top. There is nothing that's going to get super hot here. It is far enough away from the radiator where it is not going to melt or anything. Now, as far as the wiring itself, the wiring is pretty simple. The way you would do it with the supplied wiring harness, power to power, ground to ground, this right here, you can pretty much run anywhere inside the car. Now, depending on whatever vehicle you have, there is a opening for a wire bundle somewhere in the firewall. In the Bronco, it is basically right under here, right under where my finger is. There's an opening. You just run the wire through there. You might have to get a little bit kind of push it through or pull it through with another piece of wire. It is pretty tight. It is taped as well for a good seal. You could do the same thing with this. It does disconnect right there. You just unthread this and it comes apart. Good seal on it, as well as everything else. Now, with this system, you can do the light right here. So, sorry, my dog wants to say hi. Hi. Go. Back up. Back up. Say hi. Don't bite my finger. Watch out. Okay. So, the light, that is, this one right here is the white light. So it's the halo. I do have the cover over it, as you can tell. Now, this right here is the yellow light. Right there. And then the light itself. To turn the halos off, hold, and it turns the halos off. So it's pretty nice. We aren't going to use this system because mine is equipped with the aux switches, which are right there. And the wire bundle for the Bronco is right here. So it's one of these wires right here I'll use. I don't know if you can see that. We're gonna use one of those wires. I believe the brown one, which is right here, is the one I'm gonna use. This is for aux switch number 4. So we'll be using that one. We are gonna hook up the halo lights to this one right here. This is aux switch number 6. I've already hooked up the halo lights for that one to there. And we'll be back and show you just how we ran everything for the final time. Okay. Now that I have everything wired up on that side, go through the same thing. We went underneath this panel right here from one side to the other. As you can tell, you can barely see it. It's out of the way. I did join the other wire for this light right here, and it's all wire loom together. It joins into the one wire loom here all the way to the back. So let's go over there. So this blue wire right here is for the white halos that are on these lights. Basically the same thing as those. The amber wire, the yellow wire, is for the amber lights. Now I do have a regular splice on here. I do not have it all final set the way I want it, because I do plan on adding another light, and it's easier just to trim these wires off than cut the whole thing out and replace it, because then over time it'll get shorter and shorter and shorter, and then I won't have enough wire to play with. So right there is how I ran that. The ground is to this bolt right here, and then obviously the power is to the brown wire. Now this is the number 5. Sorry, this is the number 4. These are number 6. So when I turn the car on, turn it on real quick. Turn on number 6. Your halos are on. Now those aren't the total lights, those are just the halos. If I want to go to the lights themselves, go to number 4. And there you go. Now I have these wired up the same way. They are on number 3. These are the 6-inch halo lights from NovSight. As you can see, right up the same way. Pretty neat. I like these. So, be right back. Now that we have everything on the driver's side completed, the passenger side still needs to be mounted. We're going to do that next video because we still have to show you guys how to mount the light via the bracket that we made. Now we'll go through the whole steps of doing that. One suggestion, if you do plan on wiring these lights up to your regular aux switches or whatever switches you have in your vehicle, give you lots of room when you cut the wire to the original wire harness. Practice cutting the wire and stripping the wire down, because it is such a tight package that you could easily cut through the wires themselves, and you don't want to do that. I've already done this at least 4 times because I have 4 lights on there. The first time I completely screwed up, so be careful. I absolutely love these lights, thanks to NovSight and meeting them at SEMA. Hopefully I can meet them again next year. We want to go see what other kind of cool products they got. Anything else? So
they are absolutely gorgeous lights.
I love them. I love them to death. They're absolutely cool. I can't say how well made they are. I wish you could see and feel how well they're made.
It's very good quality.
They're very good quality. Packaging is just perfect. I've never seen any better packaging than what they have.
I think my favorite part about the packaging is not only like they have a foam cut fit to it, but on the lid when you open it, you have everything listed right there,
Yeah.
including instructions that you can scan, help guide if you need it, all your parts, and what should come with the box. That's really nice.
Now, as I stated before in the last videos, you do get 20% off using 151. I'll leave the down here. I'll also put it down in the description. And of course, you'll probably see pop-ups throughout the entire video showing that 20% off using the discount code 151. They offered that to me to offer that to you guys to be able to get these products, test them out, install them, see what we think. So again, if you do plan on buying these, 20% off using 151, it's definitely a big discount compared to some other companies. Only give you like 10 or 5%. So they actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
What else?
That's
Make
it.
sure to like, subscribe, notify. That way you see the bracket being made. Crafting with 151. Okay. Bye.
Bye.